Alright folks, welcome back. Let me tell you a story. We started this run trying to get the biggest madness. You get more X-Mult when you survive more rounds, playing more small blinds and big blinds specifically. With madness destroying our other jokers, we need to figure out some way of scoring points, even with relatively few jokers. So we picked up the Polychrome Red Seal cards, the Polychrome Red Seal Jacks of Clubs. These can score a lot of points even if we don't have that many jokers, even if we have no jokers. We also picked up the Purple Seals. Some Purple Seal we were able to convert it into more Jacks of Clubs. Purple Seals representing a way to generate tarot cards that are going to build the deck, and then also Purple Seals, another way of generating money on top of the money that we get from these lucky cards. Altogether, different ways of generating money without taking up any joker slots. The jokers that we did find, we picked up the idol first, and not just any idol, but we picked up an eternal idol. We're playing on the black stake. We have an eternal idol so that the madness can't destroy it. We paired this with eternal sock and buskin. We were also able to find a couple invisible jokers. The invisible jokers that we had, we were able to keep them alive long enough that we could actually use them. They were able to dodge the madness. They didn't get destroyed. And so when we used the invisible jokers, we got two more sock and buskin, and they're just copies, right? So they're also going to be eternal. We picked up negative Giga Chad here, not taking up any additional joker slots. And we also picked up negative Dusk. Negative Dusk, another retrigger joker. Retriggers like these sock and buskin here. And so with all of these retriggering jokers, maybe the one thing that our build is missing is some more of this type of thing, more of the idol X-Mult on all of our cards. So we're looking for another idol, another eternal idol. We're looking for Blueprint or Brainstorm. Blueprint or Brainstorm can copy the idol, and that's just as good as having another idol. Perhaps better, because Blueprint can also copy Sock and Buskin to retrigger our lucky cards. And so that's the goal, right? That's where we ended with the last couple episodes or whenever it was. Once you get to something like ante 14 or ante 15, the run gets very monotonous, where you've got the Purple Seals, you discard them, you get random tarot cards that you just sell for $1 each. You play the lucky cards 2 at a time, 3 at a time maybe, trying to get money, and then that's it. Every round is kind of the same, and then there's some shopping, some re-rolling. And so what I like to do is I like to live stream the rest of the run, and so that way when I am doing kind of the boring, monotonous stuff, I have people to hang out with while I'm working, right? So if you haven't already seen the stream from, for me, it's going to be last night when we streamed. We did stream the rest of the Madness run, and I do mean the rest of it, as in we played until we lost. Here's how it went down. We were in ante 18, and in ante 18 we reached the point where we needed glass cards to survive. And with this type of run, if you're going for the flush 5 with the idol and these polychrome cards, these red seal cards, you will eventually need some glass cards. But if you don't need glass cards in the beginning, then don't make glass cards until you actually need them. And so when we were in ante 18, we figured out, okay, in the next ante, I know how many points I will need. I need exactly 1 glass card. And we have all of ante 18 to find that 1 glass card. And so the correct play is, somewhere in the small blind or the big blind of ante 18, pick up the 1 glass card from a Justice tarot card, right? You just convert one of these red seals into glass. And maybe if you need a backup, you can use a second Justice card to make 2 glass cards in case the 1 glass card breaks, or you can use a Death card to copy something that's already been made into glass. But okay, we know that we need the 1 glass card, but you don't need it right away in ante 18. And so, okay, ante 18 small blind, let's not worry about the glass card. Let's not do it yet. Right before we went into the boss round, we said, okay, there's a photograph in the shop. If we take the photograph, the madness does not destroy any jokers when you do the boss round. And so what you can do is, after you beat the big blind, whatever stuff is in the shop, you pick up that one joker and you get to keep it for the boss. And that's part of how we were able to do the invisible jokers. So we took the photograph and we said, okay, the photograph gives ×2 on your first card, so that's the same as if the first card was glass. And so we held onto the photograph and we said, okay, we'll pretend like, you know, this first card is glass. We can experiment, we can see how many points we would earn if we had this glass card, this photograph. And when we were in the boss round, because we had the photograph, I was doing my discards, I was generating tarot cards, and one of the tarot cards that shows up, we get the Justice card. And at the time, I was just kind of, you know, a little bit lost in the sauce. I was just kind of going through the motions, and it was like, oh, okay, we get Justice, and, you know, for the past hour or whatever, we hadn't need the Justice card, so you get the Justice card, you just sell it right away. And then now we don't have the glass card. And we do have the photograph, and the photograph is enough for us to win the boss blind, right? I mean, we didn't need the photograph, but it's enough for us to win here. And then I forgot about, at the time I wasn't thinking about, when you go to the next ante, when you go to the small blind to the next ante, you lose the photograph. And then so now you really do need the glass card. You really do need the Justice card. And you have a pretty good chance of getting it if just, you know, let's say you end the boss round, you end the boss with like $200, $300, then you can do $200 or $300 worth of rerolls in the next shop right before the small blind starts. When the round starts, if you didn't already find what you were looking for in the shop, you can still generate the tarot cards. And so with 4 discards, you can generate 8 tarot cards. And we said either we get the 1 Justice card would be enough, or also a Chariot would be enough. And we just, straight up, we just got really unlucky. We got unlucky in that we didn't get either the Chariot or the Justice card. It didn't show up in the shop. It didn't show up from discarding the purple seals. That's not to say that we didn't misplay. There was definitely a misplay that we did, but we still also got a little bit unlucky in that last round, not getting the glass card that we needed. Which means we weren't able to score enough points, and then we lost in Ante 19. And so for folks who've seen that, you know, I can imagine like, a little bit of a bummer. You know, what would have happened? What could have happened if we had gotten the glass cards, if we had maybe, you know, gotten the glass card a couple rounds earlier when we had the opportunity, and then, you know, we're able to survive the next 2 or 3 antes or whatever. You know, how far could we have gotten? I'll tell you. Okay, so the only thing that we're really looking for, we're only looking for the, you know, potentially another copy of the idol. There is an eternal idol in Ante 16. So I mean, there are other idols that show up, but the idol that's eternal shows up in Ante 16. The problem with that is there's no showman that allows you to get the idol in Ante 16. So even though it's technically, it could be there theoretically, if you don't have the showman, you don't get to see it, you don't get to pick it up. Okay, so that's off the table. What about blueprint? So it turns out, you know, if you go all the way up through like Ante 25 or whatever, you're not going to find the blueprint. There's only 2 blueprints in the whole run. One of them is foil, neither of them are eternal. So the blueprint exists, but it's not eternal. And if it's not eternal, then we don't get to hold on to the blueprint. Madness is just going to destroy it. But there is a brainstorm. There's exactly 1 brainstorm in the whole run, and it shows up in Ante 17, except it shows up really late in the sense that it takes a lot of rerolls to find. And so, you know, if you go back through the footage, however, when we were playing the first time in Ante 17, however far we were able to get, it takes like 25 additional rerolls beyond that point in order to find the brainstorm. And 25 additional rerolls, that's very expensive. Like we at the pace we were going, we wouldn't have been able to find it. It wasn't going to happen. So here's what I've done. I went back in time. I went to, before I do the streams, I always make a backup of the save file. And so here I took the backup wherever we were right before the stream started. So we went back to Ante 15. And then starting from Ante 15, I just saved all my money. So I did replay Ante 15. I replayed Ante 16, so 2 antes. just save all the money. Don't do any rerolls, because we know from the stream, we know from experience, we already know that whatever we're looking for is not going to show up in ante 15 or 16 shops. And so saving all the money, we were able to get $1,000 in 2 antes, basically. And here's what it's going to take. Here's what it's going to take to get the brainstorm. It is here. The brainstorm does exist in ante 17 if we can reroll deep enough. So it takes about 23 rerolls per round. So right before the small blind, you reroll 23 times. Right before the big blind, you reroll 23 times. Right before the boss blind, you reroll 23 times. Okay, so 23 times 3, that's 69 rerolls is what it takes in order to find the brainstorm. Okay, 23 rerolls in one shop is $368. Okay, $368 times 3 rounds, that's $1,104 is how much money it takes. Let's do it. So, you know, to be clear, we already played the run, we already finished the run on stream, we got up to times 20 on the madness. That was our record, random seed record or whatever it is. But for science, if you want to see what else is possible from this run, we could do it for science. So in ante 15, ante 16, we didn't do any rerolls. We saved 100% of our money so that I can do this. Do I want this death card? Maybe I can convert some of these purple seals into red seals for more re-triggers. Something that we also learned from playing on stream, we learned that this planet merchant is kind of pesky. This planet merchant shows up like 3 antes in a row, maybe even more than that. But still, we can't take it. We can't take it because then we're not going to be able to dig deep enough to find the brainstorm if there's more planet cards in the shop. What we're really missing, another overstock would be great. Crystal ball would be great. We have a lot of extra purple seals just for redundancy, but without the crystal ball, we only get 8 tarot cards per round instead of what could be 12 tarot cards per round. Maybe what I want to do is I want to turn some of these extra purple seals into these polychrome cards. Oh, another change that I did, another difference. I went for the 2 blue seals. You get slightly more planet cards. It doesn't matter super much, but it is a thing that I ended up doing. Currently in ante 17 with the scoring requirement of E26, I think we can play like 4 of a kind, but we can't play 5 of a kind. 5 of a kind is too strong and then it ends the round. You know, we want to be able to farm the lucky cards for money. So, I don't know, let's go standard pack first. Oh yeah, this is the one where when I was streaming this, you open the standard pack and it's like, oh, okay, there's nothing here for me. I'm used to skipping here. But because we want to fill our deck with more jacks so we can play more cards per round so we can farm more money with our lucky cards, we should take the 2 stone cards here. The reason why we take stones specifically is because the idol doesn't see stone cards. Idol doesn't pick stones. So now I can take the death card and I can hold on to it and then use the death card to turn the stones into polychrome. That's what we want to do. All right, cool. If you didn't already know this, when you take stuff from a standard pack, the cards that you take won't show up in this Arcana pack here. The contents of the Arcana pack are predetermined when you enter the shop. It's predetermined by whatever your deck was in the previous round. Before I open the Arcana pack, I can reroll for other kind of tarot cards, I guess. Let's do that. So, Joker-wise, I don't really need anything. If we go into the small blind now, if you take the business card would just be destroyed. So let's just keep re-rolling here. I want to re-roll 23 times. So until it says $28 re-roll cost, we can spin the wheel if we want. Mostly I'm spinning the wheel so that I can increase my temperance value, my sell value for my jokers. We can go Eris here. Strength, nope. Faceless, nope. Magician, nope, they're already all lucky cards. Empress. There is a consideration for, there was a duo there, the rare card duo, and while we're re-rolling here, we can hold on to the duo, and then that way if there's a duplicate duo that shows up, it'll get re-rolled into something else. Like that's something, in theory, that's something that you could do, though I can tell you right now that's not something that matters. Okay. We don't need glass. This time we don't need glass. We know that we don't need glass until ante 19, and so ante 17 we're safe, ante 18 we're safe. We can hold off on the glass card. We could take the Emperor here. With the Emperor I'm looking for a Fool to go with my death card, or possibly some money generators like a Hermit. Magician. Oh, I could have taken the Bean for the extra hand size. When we open the Arcana pack, we'll have the extra hand size. Though, like I said, with the stone cards that we just added to the deck, it's not going to matter. We can pick up King here. Nope. Okay, Emperor. Judgment. Yeah, maybe. In ante 16, one of the judgments gives you a cola, or is it ante 15 or something like that? That's why we have this double tag here from a cola that we got. We can go one more. Okay, so if I've calculated this correctly, okay, that's $28 rerolls. We spent a third of the money, $368. We have just barely enough for the next two shops. We don't need the Supernova, but I can hold on to it in case there's a Temperance in here. Judgment. Okay. Judgment. Skip the rest. I'm going to hold the death card for the stones and go next. Okay. There is an ethereal tag here, by the way. Something that we're interested in, you know, once we have the jokers that we want, once we have Blueprint or Brainstorm or whatever it is, we would like to get Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm to get us a negative, get another joker slot. Even now, if we get Ectoplasm, if we get a negative, having two joker slots means you can buy two jokers. Madness will destroy one of them, but it won't destroy both of them. Whereas like currently, whatever joker we take has a 100% chance to be destroyed. So like you can do things like pick up the business card and the mail-in rebate, and when you have both of those, one will be destroyed, but the other one will still stick around and then generate money for you. So like that's something that you can do. I did a version of this, so since I have the backed up save file, I was able to, you know, replay this a couple of times. And this ethereal tag here, you can get more colas, you can get more double tags in ante 15 or 16. You can get up to, let's say, 3 double tags and get 4 total spectral packs. And with the 4 spectral packs, none of them had the ectoplasm. So it ended up being a waste of time. But that is a thought. You know, the thought being, oh, the only way that we can improve our build is with ectoplasm. And so if that's the only way that we can improve, maybe we should go for it. Maybe we should go for it from the spectral pack. Or maybe we should try to get a voucher skip. Voucher so we can get the crystal ball, so we can get the omen globe. Omen globe gives us spectral cards, gives us ectoplasm. Like that's another way to go about it. Instead, let's just play this out. I need all 3 of these rounds in order to have, you know, we want to spread out the reroll cost in order to find the brainstorm. Okay, we are playing, by the way, we are playing on the times 32 speed because, you know, all the hand animations, when you're playing all the hands with the idol, takes extra time. I think here we can go play the 4 of a kind. I think I have enough purples in the deck. I am using the Saturn mod, by the way. One of the features of the Saturn mod is the enhanced deck viewer, and so when I view the deck, these are the 23 cards that are actually in my deck compared to here's the full deck. Here's actually what's remaining. And so I can see, oh yeah, there's a lot of purple cards. We can play these 4 for money. So that's E15. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, probably we could play a 5th one. I think we can, if we wanted to. maybe for science, just to demonstrate. Here's something that you can do if you're playing like a seeded run, or if you're like, you know, not too concerned about you know, save scumming, for example. So here's we're scoring the hand here. I can go here, it says E19 if you pause it. Okay, so I know how much it's going to be. If this is too much, I can go to the main menu before I can go back in time. And so this is before I submitted the hand. One consequence of this, the scoring thing goes away, so now I can't see what the goal is, but it just for the one round. So I happen to know that the 5 is safe. Let's go ahead and ship it. Okay, we can turn the stone into a red seal. And then now I have my joker slots, or sorry, my consumable slots emptied. We can go judgment for a swashbuckler. Nah. Fool for judgment. Ah, I should have known that was coming. Well, I could have known if I had, you know, gone back and looked at the footage or whatever. Oh well, judgment's okay. Alright. Alright, so what do I want to do now? I want to save my discards from my purple seals. I want to play some polychrome cards, so maybe we'll play these 4, and then that shouldn't be too powerful. I'm at the point where I'm not super concerned about the blue seals anymore. Okay, we can discard these 2 purples. We get the death card for the stone. Then Emperor. Fool for an Emperor. Sure. Don't need justice yet. I'm gonna keep saying that. Yeah, no justice. Do I want to use a death card and turn 1 purple into polychrome? Yeah, that's fine. I could hold on to it, save it for the shop. Yeah, maybe let's do that. Maybe what we do is we go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 polychromes in the deck. Is this too strong, this flush 5? There's a chance it's too strong, right? Discard the 1 purple first. Priestess? Nah. Let's do this. Let's just play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the money. I mean, another thing you could do is you could just bust out the hand calculator. You just Google Balatro hand calculator, and then you actually know whether or not it's going to be too many points. I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, it's fine. So now we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ship it. I'm going to save the death card for adding another card to the deck. Alright, so that's E36. E36 is the cap. That's how much we can do with the current Joker setup here without any glass cards. Okay, we actually did get like 300 bucks from that one round. And so that's going to fund our rerolls here. We can use the Hermit. Before I go Arcana packs, let's reroll. Or should I just open these? I want to wait until I hit a Temperance and then open these for a Fool card, probably. We don't need to-do list, so let's go Hermit, sure. Hold on to the Justice card so it doesn't show up in the shop. Hey look, a Jack of Clubs. Oh yeah. I remember that. We can add the Jack of Clubs to the deck, and then that's the thing that we can use Death on. Cool. Let's do this. Strength, Hungman, Justice. So if I open this Arcana pack, those 3 won't show up in here. Nope. I don't need any of these. Don't need the Suit Changers. Don't need the Stone card. We can skip. We can spin the wheel. Ah, never lucky. There's the family. So there was two family cards. We could have taken the one and then it would have re-rolled this one into something else. But if it's not eternal, we don't get to hold on to it anyway. So just keep shopping here. Strength? Nope. Trying to pay attention. We can take a tower here, and then we can turn a card into stone. How many cards do I want to have in the deck, right? Like if we play 5 hands times 5 cards each, that's going to be 25 cards. And then we want to discard 2 at a time. So like 8 plus 25 is 33 cards. So maybe I want to add a few more to the deck overall. Alright, Fool can copy the Heiress card. I can save the Fool for the Death card. So I'm only re-rolling until we hit $28, which means I'm not going to re-roll that many times. Let's take a 3, and then that'll give me something to use Death on. Could take a 6, you know, because the Jack is already a Jack. And then take the 6 to use Death on? Nah. Okay, so that's $28 rerolls. We rerolled 23 times, and then we save another 23 times for the next shop. Go next. Okay. Purple seals, I can't do the thing, but we do know 5 of a kind purple is safe. Cool. Go Death. Use the Fool for another Death card. I want to save the Death card for the Naked Jack. Let's play these 4 with 1 polychrome. That should be fine. Okay, E21, so that's fine. So the difference between the flush 5, no polychrome versus 1 polychrome, the difference was E19 to E21. So it's a difference of E2, which means if we go flush 5 with 2 polychromes, that should be E23. That should also be safe. And we can test it here if you want. We can go 1, 2... Wait, so 1 polychrome was E19, 2 polychromes was, wait. No, none polychrome was E19, 1 polychrome was E21, 2 polychromes should be E23, and then 1 more polychrome gets us to E25. That feels like a little bit too close, right? So I guess I'll just play it like this with the 4 of a kind. If we do 4 of a kind, probably we can do 3 polychrome. Nice. Now we discard the purple seals. So I can spin the wheel. I can use Death to turn another purple card. I could hold the Death for adding more cards to the deck. Maybe now with 33 cards in the deck, I already have enough cards in the deck. So maybe we don't need the Death card anymore. Discard 2 purples here. Magician, nope. Emperor, maybe. Okay, Judgment. Lustful, nope, but I guess we can hold on to it. Okay, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is too much. We'll just play 4. Ship it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flush 5. With Dusk, you don't get Dusk until the final hand, and so that actually helps us. It helps us score less points when we want to score less points and score more points at only the end. Cool. Okay, 33 cards in the deck. I'm probably not going to add anything from these standard packs. One thing that I was looking for, which we didn't get to, was I was looking for a gold seal. And we found the gold seal right before we died when we were streaming. And so gold seal is not going to be in here. Gold seal is not going to be in here. But we can pick up another stone card. Stone cards are great because then, like I said, they don't get in the way of the idol. And that one's a purple seal, so I could just discard it. Let's get my brainstorm. I guess we just don't even take anything. Like, you could take the business card, but I guess we don't take it. Let's see if I calculated this correctly. Emperor? Death? Maybe. Mail-in rebate? Tempting. Jack of clubs. Oh, I should have taken the Jack of clubs. Oh well. Spin the wheel? Never lucky. Okay, 26, 27, and one more. Nice. So, you know, I wanna emphasize here, we weren't gonna make it. We weren't gonna get it. On stream, we didn't have enough money. We didn't have enough reroll power to dig deep enough. But by saving all of our money from Ante 15, all of our money from Ante 16, here I was able to find it. We have the brainstorm. And now, what do I want to do with the rest of my money? I guess I'll save my money. Yeah, let's go next. So, Joker order, let's see here. The boss says first hand is face down. Not an issue. I want to use Brainstorm to copy probably Sock and Buskin, and then that way we can get more retriggers on our lucky cards for money. Okay, with the first hand face down, what I want to do is I want to try to find the stone card. That way I can use death on the stone card. What we'll do is we'll go these four. Let's ship it. We got the stone card. Do I want to turn the stone card into polychrome or purple? You know what, let's roll the dice here. Polychrome? Nice. Alright, so we discard two purples. Can use the priestess. Nope. We can play these four, probably, right? Though now we have Brainstorm copying Sock and Buskin. That's going to be more points than before. Barely too many points. Alright, well, since we did go back in time or whatever, since this run is already... We already completed the random seed version, the seeded version, or sorry, the unseeded version. This is now the set seed version. Let's see here. These four, that was too many points. I think it was this, right? The polychrome card in the front. Let's put the regular Jack in the front. And maybe do the blue one in the front. Maybe now it's fine. Yeah, okay. The polychrome retrigger with the Giga Chad, that's what was too much. But now it's fine. We get another death card if I want to make another polychrome card, or do we just keep it with the purple seals? I think the ideal consistency is you want to have like half and half, maybe. So I think we're good. I'll just use the death card, or I can hold on to the death card. 34 cards on the deck. Hold on, if I play 5 3 times, that's 15. And yeah, I think I have enough cards in the deck. Okay, let's discard 2 purples. Let's play 2 purples. I could play a 5th card if I do Brainstorm not on Sock and Buskin. Okay, so that's E23. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then for the final hand, the correct thing to do at this point, because we don't need more points, is to use the Brainstorm to copy Sock and Buskin, and you can just get more money that way. Yeah, let's do it for science. So this is how much we would score with another Sock and Buskin. And then we'll try the idle next round. Just for science. So before we were E36, and then now with 1 extra copy Sock and Buskin because we have the Brainstorm, E36 is now E41. So it's a difference of E5. By the way, the difference between you know, 1 glass card or none glass cards, if we just add the 1 glass card is also E5. And so having the Sock and Buskin is the same as having a photograph, basically. Okay, or having an extra Sock and Buskin. You know, if we got like an Ankh, for example, or if we got another invisible Joker to give a Sock and Buskin. We get the boss reroll here. The boss here says face down after played. The buffoon pack doesn't matter unless it's negative, which it isn't. The standard pack, I'm still looking for that gold seal. Gold seal, now I can retrigger with Sock and Buskin, I can make way more money. Let's see here. If I go 5 times 25, or sorry, 5 times 5 is 25, 25 plus 8 is 33. And so I have a few extra slots in my deck where I don't have to discard 2 at a time, I can discard 3 or 4 at a time if I need to. So I could take this stone card here. I'm gonna skip. And let's see here. We can do a little re-rolling. Sure. What are we re-rolling for? Nothing, right? It doesn't matter. There could be random negatives. I'll tell you that there's 1 negative. Well, there's maybe 2 negatives, but there's only one of them that's an eternal negative. And the one that's an eternal negative is eternal superposition in anti-18. If you reroll basically, you know, 60 times, the same as we did for the Brainstorm. So maybe we don't reroll. Let's save our rerolls until we actually need to reroll for tarot cards. Currently we don't need to reroll for tarot cards. Let's go next. Alright, we can discard purple seals first. So this is the ante where, you know, we would possibly want to have the glass card for the next ante. This is when we were streaming, we got to ante 18, and then we were able to score E36 without any glass cards, but then the next ante is E37. And so if it's E37 next time, then the difference between, you know, 1 more glass card is E5 more. But because now we have Brainstorm, we can copy the idol. We don't need the Justice card this early. We don't need it this early. The way to figure out, by the way, you know, what the blinds are going to be, like one way to do it is you could just write them down. But the way the growth rate works is like one of these is 10 times as big and then the next one's 100 times as big, or like 50 times as big or something like that. The difference between 600 million and then 94 billion is about 100 times. 100 times E2, and then E13 is like another 3 more, I want to say, and then E13 to 17 is 4 more. 17 to 21 is, I guess, about 4 more. Maybe 13 to 17 is more like 3.5. So it goes roughly like, you know, 2 more E, 3 more E, 4 more E, 5 more E, roughly. And then so, okay, E21 here, the next one's going to be E26, and then it's going to be E31. And then on top of that, if we add 6, it's going to be E37, and then if you add 7 on top of that, it's going to be E44, and then so on. And so you can do that to kind of predict what the future antes are going to be, and then predict like how long do I have to survive, because if I know how long I have to survive, I can plan my shopping around that. Say, okay, well, if I have 9 rounds left, 9 rounds divided by this many, you know, amount of money, and then do that many rerolls per shop to, like, you know, perfectly optimize how much you're rerolling. Or you can just ship it. I want a death card, right? Death, so... Actually, wait, I have no extras. I have no use for this death card. Let's... E31 now, I can play 5. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, we can always save scum. Yeah, so E27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is if we play 2 polychromes. 2 polychromes is E27. So 2 polychromes is E27. And then 1 more takes us to like E30, and then 1 more takes us to like E33. So like this is too strong. Let's play 4 of a kind instead. Cool. Now we can play once again 2 polychrome cards. Once we get to higher antes, I'll be able to play more red seals, because the red seals also give us extra triggers for extra money. So we know how much this does. If we do Brainstorm, Copying, Sock, and Buskin, before we had Brainstorm, it was E36. When we add Brainstorm, it's E41. So that's a difference of E5. Now, if we copy the idol, this is what it would look like if we had all glass, right? Each glass card is an additional ×2, and so if we had all glass cards, this is what it would have been. E55. Okay, so E55, what does that mean? This ante is E31. We said the next ante is E37. Okay, so we can pass the next ante. Then after that, it's going to be E42, so we can pass that one. Okay, so we get to pass the next 2. Then after E42, it's going to be 8 more, so it's going to be E50. So what that means is, with just glass cards, if we didn't hit the Brainstorm, we would have been able to beat ante 19 with 1 glass card, beat ante 20 with 3 glass cards, and then beat ante 21 with 5 glass cards. And then that's it. You lose an ante 22 if you don't find the Brainstorm. So we really only would have survived for 3 more antes, the run that we had done previously. But now, since we have Brainstorm, we'll be able to survive for maybe just 1 more extra ante, maybe 2 more extra antes on top of that. We'll see. Don't have room for Judgment, so let's just skip. Maybe the blue seals, I want to turn the blue seals into polychrome cards at some point. Let's go next. Manus is at 20. Cool, spin the wheel. Oh, I also know from you know, experimenting or whatever, the Wheel of Fortunes, they don't hit. They just always miss. Not always, but they miss for a very long time, it feels like. Okay. These two with 3 polychrome, that's probably safe. E30 is what I predicted. That's where we're at, E30. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could go 2 vanilla, 3 polychrome. Two more vanilla, 3 polychrome. We can see in the deck there's 5 more polychrome, so it's okay if I play these. Okay, one more hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3 in the deck, so I can play 5. If I play these 5, I draw the 3 polychromes. That's it. Okay, so we have the correct number of cards in the deck. And I know I don't need the idol here, so let's just ship it with the flush 5. You know, I should write this down. I should write down the scores. So it's, you know, 41. You know, you can write it down too. It's 41 without the idol, and then with the idol it's 55. With the idol if I copy it with a brainstorm. Alright, standard pack. Here's where we pick up the gold seal. Gold seal is actually very exciting because currently each lucky card gives us slightly more than $1 on average. So it's like $20 divided by 15 if it's 1 in 15 chance per lucky card trigger on average. But then, you know, the gold seal is $3 instead of $1, and you can put gold seal with lucky, right? You can combine them. The challenge, of course, with the 6 is you don't want the idol to hit the 6, so we take the 6 and then we re-roll to find a tower card. Yeah, let's find a tower. Temperance for 34. Spin the wheel. Death, there's a tower. Okay, so we have the tower. We can take the death card if we want. I think I don't maybe have too many purple seals. I said I want to try to turn the blue seal into polychrome. Let's go death here. Spin the wheel. Foiled. So because I have the tower here, oh, I also want a strength card. Was there a strength card? Did I just miss it? Was I just not paying attention? That's probably... I'm going to hold on to the Fool. Give me a strength card. Or at least a Temperance I can copy with the Fool. You know what I want, actually? I want the Tarot Tycoon. I want more tarot cards. Even with the purple seals, I want more tarot cards. $30 rerolls are kind of expensive, but we have the strength. Okay, so we'll take the strength and go next. Face down after played. Okie dokie. So let's start with... We know we can play up to 3 polychrome at a time without scoring too many points. Okay, this, I actually don't know what it is. It could be the 6. Yep, could be the 6. I also don't know, you know, if there's too many polychrome cards in here, like that could be bad. This should be fine. I mean, we could do this. Haha. Now that we don't care about saves coming, we can actually, I could tell you what's under here. We did find the 6. Look at that. Okay, so knowing that this is the 6, now it's a 7. And then now it's stone. Okay. So we can discard the purples. This was a blue one. Discard 2 purples. I want to discard these purples. Nah, discard 2 purples. Alright. Emperor, give me strength. I'm going to need your help to keep track. Usually I do this part on stream, and then so I have people to help me keep track. What was this again? This is a 7. I need to turn it into a jack. I need to turn it into a jack of clubs. Okay. This is purple, this is purple. 2 more purple. Now it's clubs. Discard purple. Maybe we should play a hand first. Save our discards. Or maybe it doesn't matter because I've got X-ray vision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, show me what's under here. 3 polychrome cards is okay. Okay, 4 more cards left in the deck. Ship it. Okay, that's too many polychrome card, and the polychrome card is not allowed to be in the front because of the Giga Chad, so let's flip it and reverse it. You know what we're gonna do now? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 polychromes, but put the gold seal in the front for the Giga Chad. Do want to copy the Giga Chad with the Brainstorm. Yeah, let's do that. What a delightful sound. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The order doesn't matter. We have dusk. Ship it. Nice. So this is a 7 of clubs. Okay, how do I get from a 7 to a jack? I need an 8, 9, 10. Jack takes 4. Take the illusion voucher. Standard pack, give me another gold seal. Nope. I want to find strength. Maybe do we want the voucher tag? So, you know, here's where my brain is at, right? Obviously, if you skip, madness doesn't get bigger, and like that's sad, right? Madness doesn't grow, and you know the point is to get madness as big as possible, and so maybe we don't want to skip. But if we don't skip, I know that there's not going to be an ectoplasm that just shows up in the next like 4 or 5 antes. There's no ectoplasm. So, you know, what is the way that we get the ectoplasm if we want to try to get a negative here? So one way that we can try to get the ectoplasm is with the Omen Globe voucher. You don't get the Omen Globe until you get the crystal ball first, and so maybe taking the voucher skip here, we can try to get the crystal ball. If we do get the crystal, I guess there's like, how many vouchers are possible? If we skip and we get 2 vouchers, there's the Tarot, there's the Tarot Tycoon, Retcon, extra hand size, discount, overstock, glow up, the planet vouchers, the crystal ball. So I don't know, there's like 8 different possibilities. I don't know, tell you what, for science, let's do it. Let's go voucher tag for science. And let's get those strength cards. Get those extra strength cards. Death, nope. Oh, by the way, when you have these, let's say there's a negative tag or whatever, you can control what it lands on. If you're playing a set seed, if you're doing a seeded run, I can re-roll, however much time, and then, okay, stop re-rolling here because I know what the next card is going to be, and now that I know what the next card is going to be, now I take the negative tag, and then I get whatever joker is negative. You don't get to do this if it's the second tag. The first skip tag is what we call it can be manipulated, right? But the second one, when you skip, you don't actually get the negative until after the boss. And when you go after the boss, that's a new ante. The new ante has a whole different shop. The rerolls in this ante don't affect what is in the next ante shop. And so there was in like ante 15 or I think it was ante 15, there was a negative tag, and it was the second one was the negative tag. If you took the negative tag, you got negative shoot the moon, the joker that cares about queens held in hand. Since we had the cola, there was a double negative, and then the second negative would have been ancient joker. So like having negative ancient joker could have been interesting, because what you can do, of course, ancient joker is going to pick a different suit every round and give you times 1.5 for whatever suit, different suit. Ancient joker is not like the idol. Ancient joker just picks evenly between the 4 different suits, whereas like idol actually does in fact pick a card in your deck. But what we could do is we can make all these into, instead of lucky polychromes, you can make them wild polychromes. If you have a negative ancient joker, you could make that work, but then you miss out on the opportunity to make them glass in the future if they're not lucky, but wild instead. Anyway, what were we doing? We're re-rolling, looking for strength. There's that blueprint. Which is, of course, not eternal. Bummer. Spin the wheel. Okay, maybe we don't do any more than that. In case we do find, what am I trying to say? The ectoplasm. It's unfortunate that we can't get cola because all our jokers are eternal, I guess, other than madness. Here we save the fool, we save the strength, we save our money for the next one. We need E37, so E37 I can do without copying the idol. We already know we can do E41. I know that because I wrote it down. Let's go next. 20.5 on the madness. This is where we ended the stream. So I believe if we go flush 5 without the dusk, I think this is E36 if we go 5 polychrome, which means I don't have to worry about scoring too many. All I have to worry about is money. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to keep the blue seals? Got level 30 flush 5s. I don't know. Oh, do we need the polychrome, by the way? Do we need to save some polychrome? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to have very many purple seals to discard. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should keep 2 purple seals. right? And then I should have enough polychrome cards. Okay, so this was a 7. Now it's an 8. Now it's a 9. Give me another Fool. Nope. Give me another Fool. So now it's a 10. Sell the Priestess. Give me another Fool. Devil, Empress, nope. Hermit, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship it. E41, just like we said. Okay. You know, once we get the gold seal online, once we start making thousands of dollars every round, maybe not thousands, multiple, but maybe $1,000 per round instead of $200 per round, then we might be able to re-roll even deeper. You know, like hundreds of re-rolls per ante. And we might be able to find some interesting negatives later on. Don't open the Celestial pack. Actually, we want one more strength card. Should have taken the tower. Okay. I want one strength and then one magician. So we can go lucky. Temperance. Okay, if there's a temperance, we could go celestial, then temperance. I could use priestess here. I'll just take the temperance for the money. Fool for hermit. Sure. Devil, Moon, Emperor. You better give me strength. Ah, bummer. Another Emperor? Alright, I'm giving him a chance. We got $24 rerolls already. Plenty of Justice cards. You know, this is upsetting. This is ante 19. Round 1, small blind, when we needed the glass card, it wouldn't give it to us. But now, all of a sudden, there's a ton of Justice cards. All of a sudden. Absolutely rude. Death, okay. Death, I can use to copy the stone. All I gotta do is find strength. Magician, okay. Wait. I get to do these, but not both. Question, what are the odds? What are the odds if I, you know, do the purple seals? What are the odds I get a strength card if we just go next? $30 is an expensive reroll. Alright, let's go next. We wanted to skip for the voucher. Boss says random cards are discarded. You know, this is kind of useful. You can use this to get the tarot cards from the purple seals. Take the voucher. Next ante, we get a voucher, and then this is 2 vouchers on top of that, so we'll get 3 different vouchers. They won't be repeated, so that's kind of useful. In case, like, if one of the vouchers is the planet voucher, which we don't want. I want to dig to the stone card, is what I want to do. So let's get the money. Okay, we can't play too many cards because we're gonna run out of cards against this boss. But we can play these. and then maybe switch to singles. Where's that gold card? It's gonna be at the bottom, isn't it? You know what? Oh, look at this. We could go here. We can go to the gym boys. We can look at misprint. So the next card, what is it? It says 11C. That means it's gonna be a jack of clubs. 13 cards left in the deck. Play these 3. I'm not counting. So I can play these 3. I have 5 more polychrome cards left. If I play these 5, that gives me a pretty good chance that we draw the gold card. But I won't have the purple seals to go with it. Okay, so this should be a 10. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. 2 purples, give me strength. Nope. Alright, 2 purples, give me strength. Nope. Alright, 1 purple, give me strength. Ah, bummer. So I guess I'll use the death card. Just to be safe here. So, you know, 1 out of 35 for the idol. Don't do it. Don't betray me. If it happens, we would lose. We would lose, yeah. Alright, ship it. E37. Yeah, we already have that one. I mean, if the idol lands on the 10, we could like reroll for death cards in the shop, and then we can copy it. Okay. Boss reroll, that's great. Blow up, that's fine. There's another voucher skip. We might take another voucher. Tarot Tycoon, we take those. There's a gold too? Nah. Okay, so I want strength and I want death. Okay, let's do it. Strength and then also death. We have the strength. Looking for death. I should open this to see if the 10 is in here. 10 is not in here, so let's skip. Now we're just looking for death. We have the Tarot Tycoon, so give me the dang... Give me the money. Give me the death. Temperance, yeah. Fool for temperance. No. I want death. Hermit, no, I want death. Temperance, stop it, get out of here. Okay. Fool for emperor. Sure. Alright, we take those. Alright, go next. So E44, we don't have. We copy the idol, and then we have it. I want to find the gold card. I want to play these for money. I didn't find the gold card. Let's play these for money. I need to make sure that there's 5 polychromes in the deck for my final hand. But I think we're good. I want to play these for money. Don't need the blue seals anymore. We have plenty of polychrome left over. It's time. Okay. Purple. How much purple do I have? I actually hold the phone. I'll tell you what we do. Polychromes, we convert them into gold now. I don't get to use these. Is that true? No, I can use them. I could do it. Because we have the idol. We can copy the idol with the brainstorm. It'll be plenty of points. Trust me. I can discard the extra polychromes. Judgment? Nah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copy the idol. And if it doesn't work, we'll just save scum. But the reason I know this works is because I replaced the polychromes with now ×2s on all of these. E48. You know, it was 55 and then now 48 because we have, you know, without the red seals, without the polychrome. But the real moral of the story is we got the money. Take the death card. So now that we have money, now that we've got crazy reroll money, I think we just send it. We'll keep rerolling. We'll go for crazy random negatives in the shop. Go for death with fool here. Whoa. Polychrome banner, whoa. We did get the globe voucher, so we have, you know, 4 times the polychrome chance. Polychrome normally 1/3 of 1%. It's 0.3% actually. And if you go ×4 polychromes, then that's going to be 1.2%. 1% polychromes is actually a lot. 1% is a lot because you get to see hundreds of jokers, right? Except wheel is always 0%, right? Bummer. Alright, I have death, I have fool. Let's just go next. Do I want to skip for a voucher? Yes. I said I already checked. There's no ectoplasm. But maybe crystal ball omen globe. Maybe. So let's start. Play all the polychrome. I need to find the gold card. We'll be able to duplicate them very quickly. All right, we've got one. So I think the polychrome ones I'm going to start converting into gold. I would like to have, in total, I'd like to have 10 polychrome cards. So here's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Which means 4 polychromes I'd like to turn into gold. And then purple seals I would also like to turn into gold. But I want to have 10 red seals. Alright, but for now, the way to optimize for money is to play the gold seals separately, right? So that you have the Giga Chad re-triggers. Start by discarding purple. Give me temperance. Nice. Okay, since I only have 1 purple, now let's play the gold seals. And I want to make sure I have enough polychrome cards for my final hand. So this is fine. Okay, discard 2 purples. Give me death. Nope. Alright. What's the next ante, by the way? Next ante should be like 51 or 52 or something like that. Definitely doable. We have 2 hands left before we have to submit the final hand. So let's play 1 gold seal per hand. So we'll play this gold seal and then three polychromes. In this configuration, it might be better to copy the Giga Chad with the Brainstorm for more money. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got 1 polychrome with the 1 gold card. That should be plenty. So Sock and Buskin, and bring in the idol, put the gold card in front. We even have a blue seal here. All right, ship it. All right, so here's another thing that we can work out. Let's go next. So here, E51. E51 we can do, E55 we can do as long as the final hand is all red seals and no gold cards on the final hand. Okay, so let's remember that, no gold cards. The difference between copying Sock and Buskin versus copying the idol here, that's the difference between 41, E41 versus E55. So that's a difference of like E14. And if we go E14 divided by 5 cards, that's about, I want to say like E3. So we can say 1 glass card is E3. Currently, if we copy the idol, we can get E55, and then each additional glass card gets us E3. So in this ante, we need E51. In the next ante, we probably need 1, maybe 2 glass cards. The boss says clubs are debuffed. That's okay, because we have the retcon here. We can reroll. We do get the overstock. That's useful. And we get the stinky planet merchant. I'm going to keep holding my ground. I'm not going to take the stinky planet merchant. We just have the crystal ball, discount voucher, paintbrush. That's it. I can survive 3 antes. We're going to end up getting the Omen Globe, but it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late to do anything. That's a bummer. Do I need more cards in the deck? Nope. What I need... I need to reroll for death so we can get more money. There we go. How much money are we making per round? I wasn't really paying attention. Can I get a fool? You know what someone told me, which makes me really sad? The illusion says playing cards in the shop, they could be enhancements or additions or seals, but it's bugged. You can't actually get seals from the shop. Can't get your purple seals, blue seals, red seals, gold seals. That's a big bummer. Alright, go next. Reroll the boss. Play only 1 hand type? I mean, basically we just play the flush 5, right? So that's fine. Madness is 21.5. We are progressing very slowly. Let's start by playing all of these polychrome cards. Hey, where's all the gold cards? I bet you they're in there somewhere. Dang, wait, did that hand give me no money? I didn't hear any money. That's crazy. Make some more gold. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 polychrome cards currently in the deck. Let's play 2 golds and 1 polychrome. That gives me 7 polychromes left. We could discard the 2 purple seals first. Actually, that's what we should do. Discard purple first. Get another death card. Okay. So, death here. Now we play 3 gold, 2 polychrome, and then that leaves me with 3 polychrome left in the deck. The final hand really does need to be all 5 polychrome, so we should be at least slightly cautious about that. 1, 2. Fool for death. Okay. So now's the point where you turn the purple seals into gold. Alright, so we've got like 120 or $1,200. $1,190 is 1,200 about. That was only like 120 bucks for the one hand. It's better when we have the burglar, but we don't have the burglar, so oh well. Ship it. E55. Here we are again. Welcome back. Okay, so according to my collection, we did the Fool for the Death card. We can take a Celestial pack after we reroll for more death. Fool. Alright, now I can use Celestial pack. Eris is our most played hand. We started out with High card as our most played hand. And then you have the Telescope, and then you just get High card all the time. You get the Plutonium. But now, finally, the Flush 5 is our most played hand because we can actually play 5 without scoring too many points. We can look for a Fool card. Strength? No, but I can use an Emperor. I'm looking for a Fool primarily, but secondarily I am just looking for, you know, random jokers, random negatives. It would have to be a negative Eternal, which is particularly rare. Yep. This is what it looks like. This is what happens when you have a ton of money. Rerolling takes time, because you have to pay attention to what's being offered in the shop. There's like a Polychrome 9. That's cute. Even though the illusion voucher is bugged and you can't actually get the seals in the shop, still you can get Polychrome cards from re-rolling, and then you can use red seal from a Spectral pack, possibly, or red seal from Sixth Sense or Seance, depending on what kind of run that you're on. I don't think we're supposed to spend $40 on a reroll. I might be wrong, but I don't think we're supposed to spend that much. There's a Fool. Yeah, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can go one more Polychrome into gold. And I'm gonna use the death. I should have did the blue seal into gold. My bad. Alright, I'm gonna stop at 10 polychrome cards. Bummer. Because now I have the blue seals in my hand. I don't get to use death on them. Okay. Blue turns into gold. Discard purples. Fool for death. We can go another purple into gold. Oh yeah. Next ante we need the one glass card. We know for sure we need one glass card next ante. But now we have the Overstock Plus, we have the Tarot Tycoon. There's no way we don't get the glass card. There's no way. There's no way. Yum. Okay. Discard 2 more purples. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I play these, I have 2 more polychrome in the deck. Perfect. Four more cards in the deck. Ship it. And then prepare to copy the idol for the final hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship it. Okay. Back up to $1,000. Buffoon pack, negative? Nope. Alright. Before we go Arcana, we want to find Death. Fool for Hermit, or hold on to the Fool to find Death. Wait, every gold seal that we make is going to get re-triggered like 5 times. So Death is actually better than a Hermit. Which is kind of crazy. That's crazy. There's a Death card. Alright, let's go Jumbo Arcana. Okay. Blue seals are done, so we can go blue seal becomes gold. We can use a Fool for a Death card. And then now, how many purples do I want to have in the deck? Now that I have the gold seals, it's not as important that I have purple. Purple is mostly so that we can get money, but now we have gold seals as like a way better way of making money. So use the Death card here and Emperor. Because now I want to find even more Death. I can use Fool to copy Hermit. Or sorry, Temperance. Hold on to the Fool. Even more Death. You better believe it. Maybe. Probably. Starting to doubt. I'm not going to use the Emperor. Because this Fool might actually just copy Temperance. If it gets too expensive. It's getting kind of expensive. Alright, we did it. Go next. Okay, so we're not allowed to play 4 of a kind. Like we did last time. Last time we ended up playing 4 of a kind once. This time we can't play 4 of a kind. Keep that in mind. Spin the wheel. Nope. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play all the gold ones. Get the money. This part is not super thrilling. Like, if it's not super thrilling for you, it's not super thrilling for me either. The part of just like grinding out round after round, getting more and more money, and then doing shop rerolls for relatively little returns. But unnecessary evil, I guess. The part that I really enjoy is the first maybe 12 antes. First 12 antes of just like building the engine, building the deck, getting the jokers. And then once we have everything, it's kind of like, okay, well now you can see where this is going. you don't actually need to see it. You know where it's going. Like, even we can calculate ahead of time. What does it look like when we have the glass cards? How many points will we get? Okay, if I play these, I have enough red seals left. Actually, if I play these, I have enough red seals left. Because I have 3 in the deck, I have 2 in hand, that's 5 total. At least we're not like, we're not growing that fast, and so we will lose here eventually. Hey, look, we got the Justice card. You know what we could do? We could make a glass card. We could hold on to the Justice card for the next round. I mean, I'm gonna reroll in the shop for it anyway, so I might as well keep it. Alright, discard this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copying the idol for E55. Ship it. E56. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Alright. E59. Okay, actually E59, that's 2 glass cards. Okay, we need 2 glass cards. Justice plus Fool, that's 2 glass cards. We got the dang Planet Merchant again. No Crystal Ball. Upsetting. This means, by the way, if we need 2 glass cards right now, next ante we're probably going to need 3 glass cards and might actually still lose regardless. So we've only got like 2 antes left, which is tough. Alright, I'm going to go glass 1. I'm going to go... So I can use the Fool to get another Justice card. I can use the Death card here and then copy Death with the Fool. Maybe? What else can I do? Let's do this. Use the Fool to get Justice. Use the Death to copy the glass card. The reason I'm doing it this way is because now, when I'm going through the shop, I can either find a Fool to copy Death, or I can just find another Death card. I have 2 possible draws. So, let's do it. There, we got the Death card. Alright, Arcana. And we get a Fool for another Death card, so we can go more glass. And... how many purples? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 purples in the deck. Maybe now we don't need this many gold cards. You know, maybe now we go Death here, and then we use the Fool for another Death card. Use the Emperor for a Fool or a Justice card. Okay. So, because I have the Fool, I'm going to use the Fool. And because I have the Fool, we can add some random cards to the deck. Ah, never lucky. That's the thing that maybe is underappreciated about the magic trick. When it says that it adds cards to the shop, the probability of getting the playing cards from the magic trick is the same as the probability of getting a tarot card. It's the same as the probability of getting a planet card. And so when you start to have things like this, Tarot Tycoon, the playing cards become incredibly rare. You don't actually find them that often. So like, it's been a minute since we've seen one. This always confuses me. It looks like a queen, but actually it's a joker. And you know that because it says joker on the side of the card. There we go, we got a 2. I'll take a 2. I can use death on. That's how I prefer to play it, with the glass cards. So like, let's say you're in this kind of end game that I'm in. If you need to make glass cards, add a card to the deck and then use death to turn it into glass. And then that way if it breaks, it doesn't actually bother you if it breaks. Boss says no repeat hand types. Nah. 2 random cards discard per hand played. I mean, that's probably fine. Like, that's probably survivable. We can use that to discard random purple cards. What I don't want to happen is I want to be able to hold on to my polychrome cards. So, face down cards, I think if we're hunting for glass, maybe we don't want to do that. Flush 5 sets my money to 0. Club cards debuffed. Serpent. Ooh. Not the serpent. First hand face down. I'll tell you what, lose $1 per card played. These bosses, kind of stinky. 22.5 on the madness. Oops, we got an error. Counting the total number of activations here. This is because I started, I loaded a save file, or I put in the mod after we had already done the run, and then I reloaded the save file or whatever. We didn't have the mod in the very beginning of the run, and so counting the number of activations, Saga Buskin says error. Bummer. Oh well. What do I want to do here? I want to play the gold cards for money. I want to save the purple seals for discards. I want to use Death and the Fool to copy glass cards specifically. So like this ante I only need 1, but next ante I need 3, right? So there's a glass card. Let's not do it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure I have enough polychrome cards in the deck. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. 1, 2. I'm not gonna play these polychrome cards because now I'm down to my last 4. Wait, did we say we need 2 glass cards? We do need 2 glass cards. Here they are. Death. Fool. Death. Okay. Discard 2 purples. Discard purple first, so that I can draw my gold cards. And then now that I have my gold cards, play these polychromes because I have 2 more polychromes in the deck. Yeah, let's do that. We get all the money. Oh well, we discard those. We definitely don't need an extra glass card. So discard. Discard 2 purples, then we have 3 cards left in the deck. Lovers and Devil. Nope. Okay, so we don't need this gold card. So okay. Prediction is that this, if this were not a glass card, if this were regular polychrome, I believe this wins with just 2 glass. I guess we can do 3 glass. Can we swap one of these polychrome ones for the gold seal? You know, if we have the glass cards, maybe we can play the gold seal. I think this works. And if it doesn't, we can just save scum. I don't feel like doing the math. That does it. So E31, if you double that, it's E62, and so that's already bigger than 59. So basically what this tells me is 2 glass cards would have been enough. 3 glass cards is overkill. So what did we predict? We said each glass card was E3, and so the difference between E55 with no glass cards and then E64 with 3 glass cards, that's 9, with each glass card being 3, since we had 3 glass cards. Yeah, we did it. Just like we drew it up. Now there's only 55 cards left in the deck. We can make more glass. So we need 2. We have 4. Might as well make some extras. So take Justice here. Buffoon pack. Hey, would you look at that? Seeing double. Oh, this is an idol. When I looked it up, this was an idol. But because we have idol, this is not idol, it gives us seeing double instead. It's either way, it's not eternal. We can add a random 3 to the deck that we can use death on. After we reroll for death, we can take this glass card. Alright, give me death. 2 death cards. Easy. Fool. Alright, Fool is half of it. We take the Fool. Then we get death. Dang, a lot of Hermits and Temperances. There we go. You know, with the Eternals are only 30% chance of Eternals. It feels like I can't find the Eternals when I want them. Like, when you don't want them, it feels like they're all over the place. But then when you do want the Eternals, it feels like, where are the dang Eternals? Why can't I get Eternal Blueprint? Alright, let's go next. $23 on the madness. We can use the death card here. We can use the Fool for another death card. We can play all the money. I can play all these polychrome cards knowing that I have more polychrome in the deck, so this is fine. It's kind of a bummer. At the same time that we got the gold seals, the scoring requirements went up. And so instead of making more gold seals, which I would love to do, I'm making more glass cards instead, out of necessity. That kind of feels bad. Bummer. Why couldn't we have gotten the gold seal in the first 8 antes, just like we got the red polychrome card, and the purple seal, and the blue seal? Why couldn't we have gotten the gold one too? Alright, I could turn this into glass, or I can turn this into gold. Let's go glass. Okay. And we said discard 2 purples. So there's 2 glass cards in the deck. I need 2 glass cards. I can discard these are extra glass cards. Okay, I can play all of the gold ones and the 1 polychrome, and then there's 2 more polychromes in the deck, and then here's polychrome number 3. Next ante should be the last one. Okay, discard 2 purples. There's 4 cards in the deck, so purples are done. Gold seal's done too. Actually, what we found out was if we play more glass, then we get to play more gold. Do we want to be slightly cheeky? Hey, look, there's a justice card. Not right now. We can hold on to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copying the idol. Okay, so this wins. If I put in 1 more glass card, I can put in another gold seal. But if we lose the glass card, it's going to cost us extra money to replace it. And so let's not spend. Let's ship it. So right there, E30 doubled is E60. E64 with just the 2 glass. Wait, that's slightly stronger than I was expecting. Slightly. Okay. What was the last tarot card that we used? Last tarot card was Emperor, so we can use a Celestial Pack for flush 5s. There was a black hole, I just noticed. Here, we didn't actually lose any glass, so we have 37 cards in the deck. So, hands, 5 times 5 is 25. 4 is another 20, so that's like 45 cards. So we could add more cards to the deck. I don't think we need to right away. Let's do it. Yeah, what do you want? You want how about that? How about this 4? Give me death. Fool. Spin the wheel. Foiled again. Alright, so we could keep, you know, we got money, we could keep rolling here. We can save our money for the next shop rerolls. Okay. I added 2 cards to the deck for me to use my Fool and my Death on. I don't really care to save the purple seals. That's fine, we can just ship it. Okay. Money. Ouch. If only we had the burglar. Negative burglar? Is that too much to ask? Alright, so we have a lot of extra glass. We have way more than we need. In my deck, I have the 1 glass card. I'm going to discard 4 glass. Okay, play all the gold ones. Okay, so we can make another glass card here. We can use the Fool for death. We can save the death card for the 8. We can play the gold seals. We have 3 polychrome cards in the deck, so I don't need these polychrome cards. Ship it. And then we'll switch to the idle for the final hand, so I don't forget. Okay. Oh no, all my gold cards. Well, bummer. I don't need all of these glass cards. Cool. Death. Priestess? Nah. I can discard 2 purples. Get another death card? Okay. So like, do I want to use death to convert one of the purples into glass? That seems okay. Sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copying the idol. Ship it. Wait a second. One glass card is not E3. One glass card's E5. Because we said the photograph. The difference between photograph or not photograph was an E5 difference. I mean, that's with the Giga Chat in the first position. So, yeah. Okay, this makes more sense, right? With just 2 glass cards, it's about 4.5. 4.5 each adds up to 9. E9 on top of E55 takes us to E64. Okay, now what do we need? 68. Okay. So, I think it's 3 glass. Oh yeah! We just got the reroll surplus for the first time. Well, that would have been nice ages ago. Okay, so I need 3 glass cards. I currently have plenty. So we just go next? Or we do our re-rolling, just for the sake of re-rolling. Definitely skip all this. Alright. Give me the money. Let's re-roll for money. And by re-roll for money, what I mean is re-roll as much as I can, picking up random negatives when I can. I'm not literally just spending money to get money. That would be silly. I'm spending money so that I can see more jokers. Sometimes it do be like that. Spending money just to spend it. Do I want to use the Fool? Yeah, why not? Temperance? Hey, look at Jack. $40 cards in the deck? I could probably add this Jack. Nah. Fool for Temperance? Huge. Polychrome Astronomer? Cool. I mean, we can't use it, but it's still cool. They keep trying to give me the wheel. It's a bummer we don't have room for the cat. We got all these lucky cards and all these re-triggers. This would have been a great cat run. It would have been a medium cat run. It would not be as good as Perkeo Observatory cat. When we did the cat, we had the -6s also. It's not as good as Burglar Cat, because Burglar Cat you get like 20 hands per round. And then so 1 round is the same as 5 rounds, basically, if you get 20 hands. So I'll go Temperance here. I'm not going to spend $47. Let's just go next. The boss says my face cards are face down. Play only 1 hand. Previously played as debuffed. Diamonds are debuffed. Alright. You know what? That's fine. The handy tag is 269 bucks. Okay. What am I using death on? I didn't add any cards to the deck, so I'm not using death. Actually, I'm just not using death. That's okay. You know what? Now that I have the Tarot Merchant, maybe I don't need the purple seals. Just give me the money. Just for science, just so we can see what's in the shop. Discard these purples. Discard all of the glass. We have plenty of glass in the deck. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the gold in the front. We can discard this purple and all of these glass cards. So I currently have 2 glass cards in the deck. We determined we need 3 glass cards. Probably. How probably? We'll go 4 glass cards just to be safe. Play all the gold ones. Okay. What am I trying to do? I could discard first. Draw some more gold. Like if I discard these, then the problem there is I end up drawing the glass cards too soon, which is not good. One, two, three, 4. Uh-oh. Then I don't have enough polychrome. I just have the 1 polychrome in the deck. Oh well. Get ready to copy the idol. So I played 1 less king, but I played 1 more gold card, so maybe it was worth it. Alright. Here's the flush vibe. Predictions. 73. I was a little bit short. Good thing we played the 4th one. You know what that means? That means 3 glass cards wouldn't have been enough. 4 glass cards was correct. Okay. So if I need 4 glass cards, I have 4 with 4 backups, so I think we're fine there. 38 cards in the deck because we lost one. We can add a stone card, and then we can death on the stone card. Fool for Emperor. Fool for Hermit. Okay, we do have $1,000, so we are going to do a little bit of re-rolling here. Get the death. Nice. Eternal Burglar. Bummer. You know, there's probably some argument for, like, you take the Eternal Burglar earlier on in the run, knowing that it's eternal, you take it anyway, because it gives you money, and the money allows you to re-roll for better stuff. But, you know, the major limitation that we have is, we don't have ectoplasm. We need more Joker slots. We didn't hit the ectoplasm, except for, I think there was one ectoplasm. Gave us negative madness. Chad was already negative. Bummer. You know, for how well the first like 12 antes went with this run or whatever, the back 9 has really been rough. Kind of just ran out of gas. I mean, we're still doing the thing that we set out to do, which is die as slow as possible. Do you feel that? Do you feel that we're dying slowly? We're dying, but it's slow. As slow as possible. $40 rerolls? Yes. So we can get Temperance and then use a Fool to copy the Temperance? Of course. I can finally make this polychrome into glass. Let's go next. Okie dokie. Play all the gold cards. Get that money. Okay. Do I want to save the death card for the stone? Yeah, sure. Do I want to save my hands for gold? Nah, it's not that important to me. Ooh. Wait, did I just say that? Wait, who am I? Where am I? Play these gold cards. More polychrome left in the deck. Alright, ship it. Death. Discard glass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 glass cards on the deck, which means I can discard all of these. Wheel? Nah. Okay, now how many glass? Okay, there's 3 glass cards in the deck. I need to keep 1. Let's play the gold. Is this enough gold? It's good enough. Okie dokie. Hold. If we can score E71, can we play 1 gold card instead of the polychrome red seal? Probably. It's another one of those situations where I don't feel like doing the math. Probably we could do it. You know what we could do though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it doesn't work, we could just save scum. Give me the money. How much is it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 15 bucks. You can see the flames. We did it. Barely, we did it. Calculated. Told you we could do it. Do you want to use Fool for death? Next ante. Wait. So if we need 4 glass cards right now, next ante we lose even with 5 glass cards. So this shop and then the boss shop. There's 2 shops. That's it. We have 2 shops and then we're done. 2 shops. So we use tarot cards only for money. What's in here? Oh, that's in here. All right. Random negatives. Negative Bartolomeo. Temperance for 36. Boom. We could spin the wheel. Foiled. Now we can't spin the wheel. We can go temperance for days though. How much money are we supposed to spend? Oops, hermit. Da, da, da. Fool. That's something that I haven't fully figured out. Is it better to hold on to the fool and wait until the temperance shows up? Or is it better to use the fool to copy the hermit? I guess it depends on how much you're re-rolling. I think if you're re-rolling a lot, it's actually better to hold on to the fool. You know, better expected value. Because obviously if you're holding on to the fool, you can't get another fool. But the temperance is worth twice as much as a hermit. And so maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's close enough it doesn't matter. And if it's close enough, you just use it. Don't even think about it. I'm gonna go $45 rerolls. Alright, let's go next. Give my money. Hey look, we have purple in the deck. Yay! You know what, let's play one of these glass cards. Oh no, I should have played the lucky one because the lucky one gives me money, the glass card doesn't. Oh, no. Okay, well, I mean, we got 4 gold cards here, so you know, that's not bad. Switch the idol. Okay. I'm gonna play 5 glass as my final hand, just for fun, just for science. I have 1 more glass card in the deck. Hermit, sure. Alright, so we know probably if we play the 1 gold card, it's not gonna be enough. So let's just do this for science. Here we go, 5 glass cards. Times 24 on the madness. Ship it. E75. Extra hand size. This spectral pack doesn't have ectoplasm. What does it have? I forgot. It has like a red seal. It has a cryptid. Oh yeah, it has an Ankh. Yeah, can't use the Ankh. It's awkward. The madness is not eternal. If madness was eternal, we'd be able to use the Ankh. Wait a second. Wait a second. It's allowing me to use the Ankh? I thought I'm not supposed to be able to use the Ankh when I have max jokers. But maybe I can? What? That's confusing. Interesting. So, hold on. E77? We just did E75, right? So here's the thing. We just scored E75. E75, we're not going to be able to win the next round. So if we want, we could skip to the boss. That doesn't help. We could just play, you know, we can just start the round, and then when you start the round, then Madness goes up to 24.5. And so if you were curious, if you wanted to know, okay, the Madness run where it ended, what would it have looked like if we had gotten the Brainstorm? When we were live streaming, we didn't get the Brainstorm, but what if we did get the Brainstorm? If we got the Brainstorm, we would have been able to survive 5 more antes than we did, but if we had done the glass cards, we would have survived a couple antes, so maybe it's only like, 2 extra antes or 3 extra antes with the Brainstorm. It's like maybe not that much difference. What it comes down to is Madness 24, it's actually 24.5 if we start the next round. 24.5 instead of 20.5. But I want to do this for science. Onk. This is for sure going to destroy the Madness, right? Oh, it just doesn't let me do it. Oh. I mean, that makes sense. I thought because there was the use button, because there's like the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, it doesn't let you do it. Ectoplasm, it doesn't even let you do it. But here, I guess, no space. That makes sense. Ah, bummer. Cryptid on the glass card. Boom. Alright. So, what? Suppose we reroll. And suppose we do get a random negative. Like, what actual negative would be worthwhile? What would actually do anything? Maybe photograph? Negative photograph? Yes, negative blueprint, but that's not gonna happen. Every time we get in the situation, there's at least one person who's like, negative showman. No, it's not gonna happen. You get polychrome stencil. Negative cat wouldn't actually save us, but it would be funny. To be honest, I'm getting tired, so maybe it's alright. Maybe it's alright if we're done. If you're getting tired too, just look at the how much time is left on the clock. How long the video is. Temperance for 37. That's another difference between when we played on stream versus this rerun. When we played on stream, there was one ante where we were able to get the gift card, a little bit extra gift card value. But this time, since we didn't reroll, we didn't hit the gift card. Now my temperances aren't as big as they could have been. Yeah, negative seltzer, that would work too. That's it. We cannot go one more. Bummer. So here it is. 24.5 on the Madness. I want to get the stats. So let's discard everything. Alright, we got all the polychrome cards. I'm just gonna play them one at a time. You know what? We could copy the Giga Chad for some Giga money. Whoa. If you're not taking gold seals in your gold stake runs, you're sleeping. You're sleeping on the gold seals. Gold seals get the job done. Alright. So, 3 Sock and Buskin. We got Dusk. We got Brainstorm copying the idol. Negative Giga Chad. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Oh, where are you going? Look at that. Let's go regular game speed, and by regular I mean ×4 because no one plays slower than that. Let's go ahead and here's the flush 5. Level 44 flush 5. Ooh, it feels wrong being on 32 for so long and then switching back to ×4. For folks who do have the mod that gives you the extra speed, I recommend not doing it all of the time because you get used to it, and then once you get used to it, you can't go back. And so I use it very sparingly. I only use it in emergency situations. Alright, 3.6 E75, that's about the highest that we can do. And that's kind of expected, right? With the flush 5, with the idle, with the glass cards, like E70, E80 is kind of where you expect it to end, depending on how many negatives you have. Negative blueprint, negative brainstorm. Cards played, almost 1200, I guess. But that's going to be it for the madness. I hope you don't mind me going back and me, replaying. We already did the run, but I felt like there was a lot more to explore. We got to explore, getting the brainstorm. We got to explore using the glass cards. We got to explore getting the gold seal for a little bit of money, a little bit of re-rolling. Maybe, if you go back and you watch the footage of all the re-rolls, really there wasn't that much in the shop for us. Literally just the 2 blueprints in the whole run, and neither of them eternal. So I don't recommend this. I don't recommend you try this yourself. And I'm definitely not going to do this again, but if you, in theory, for the madness thing, it's tough. It's tough to get the right jokers at the right time with the Eternals, and then also survive the first 6 antes with basically no jokers. Alright, good luck. Take care, everyone.